Hey guys, how you doing? Right here again. If you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyosho. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Nitro Kyosho, all one word. Brings you to the community page. Well, this helicopter, guys, the Align T-Rex Dominator 700X, it's finally completed. It's not easy, guys. We're going to work every day and working around the house and general life things getting in the way, but we got it done. I would say it took about 7 hours to build, maybe an hour with the electronics and everything. Some of the stuff was a little bit tricky. We'll talk about a little later in the video. But for right now, I want to start off. I will take the canopy off and bring that over here after and show you this helicopter close up. I do want to make a video showing you the differences between the older Dominator T-Rex 700L and this one, to show you a visual comparison, you know, instead of just saying, yeah, they changed this, they changed that. You guys want to see it up close and personal, I know that. So let's talk about some of the changes for right now. And I got my trusty notes here. Now this one has a different rotor head on it, okay. They changed it from the DFC head that's on that, one back there, and once again we'll show you the actual differences. This one has a two-part frame, guys, okay, which I guess they basically made to try to make the repairs quicker if you crashed it, and also make it cheaper, because the one back there is just two sides of just big carbon fiber frame. This one is broken into 4 sections. So you have the bottom section, 2 pieces, and the top section, 2 pieces. Okay. I haven't actually gone on any of these websites and seen the difference in the prices. I'm sure it's got to be at least half of the price, because it's half of the size of the frame. But I haven't checked into that yet. This one actually came with a little bit of an updated motor, where the actual motor shaft goes into the bottom where the pinion is, a bigger bearing in there, which is nice. That'll add to the longevity and running of this thing. And you actually got to kind of take a close look. If you have the two of them, you'll see that it's a little bit bigger. Let's see what else. This one has the servos mounting integrated into the main bearing blocks. Okay. This one has a bigger main gear, I noticed, than that one back there too. It seems to be taller, which is giving you more contact, hopefully once again more longevity, less wear and tear, more contact between the surfaces of the pinion and the main gear there. What else have we got to talk about here? Some of the stuff, if you didn't have that one and then you built this one, you wouldn't even notice these subtle changes, guys. On the one-way, okay, on the main gear, the one-way, the plate that's holding the one-way in there, the screws are actually a little bit beefier than on that one, a little bit bigger, which adds to strength and everything too, guys. What else have we got here? The bottom plate has changed. They went back to, I think, one of the more original designs had the, if I'm not mistaken, had the carbon fiber bottom. This one back here, once again, when we do the comparison video, you'll see these changes. This has the aluminum down here. Okay. And let's see, what else do we got here? The skids, but you can't tell until I do this because there's no battery in here, so it's leaning back. But these skids are on an angle now in the back that basically jack this thing up and give you a lot back here. I mean, your tail blades are going to be very high off the ground, so less chance of a blade, a tail blade, if you come in wrong, striking and you know, stripping out a gear or something. So once again, when you see the other one, you'll see the other one sits, you know, even, and then this one is up in the air like that. So that's a nice little improvement too, for anyone who's ever stripped out gears and stuff, having a tail strike. And it allows you to take off in higher grass too, guys. let's see what else here. Now the servo balls too, that go into the rudder back there, and all of them I noticed the threads were bigger and a little bit beefier, which again adds to a little bit of strength and everything. If you didn't build that one, you might not notice it as much on, but those little subtle things. I think the major thing here is the frame. That's what they wanted to design to make a crash more affordable. The torque tube also, I noticed that at the ends of them, where they go into the gears, there's a little bit of a built up, it almost looks like a collar, which is a little beefier and looks like it adds some strength into the whole drivetrain. So that's something nice that they did too. The canopy, now you're going to have guys debating this, and I'm interested in your comments, because the canopy, they say, is lighter, and it is lighter. Now this is the stretched one back here. I like these, the long canopy. This one I'm not a fan of these short ones. I might actually get a bigger canopy for this. I just like the way it looks. Personal preference, guy, out there, but hey, everybody has opinions. This one has the holes in the front to cool the ESC and air to come through into the motor there. It is lighter. It's always up for debate. Did they make it cheaper, or is it actually made lighter to make the whole thing lighter? Guys will come up with their own decisions on that. But it is a beautiful looking color scheme, the canopy. It's kind of similar in some ways to that one. And the motor's the same. It's still the same, the 850 MX motor, 490 kV. This one is just all silver back here, the whole head and the swash and everything. And this one here, they added some red anodized, on the swash and everything, and some of the little pieces for the whole head have just been anodized here and there, and the strengthening motor plates like on that one are red anodized. It makes it look a little bit, nicer. It enhances it a little bit. This one actually has the anti-wear and the elevator guide too, which that one doesn't back there. It's just metal. A couple words of warning when you build any helicopter, guys. Loctite everything that's metal to metal. Use a medium strength. Anybody who doesn't know what that is out there that's new to the hobby, let me show you quick. This is Permatex medium strength thread locker blue. Okay, you can get that at Walmart for like $5. It's good stuff. Stay away from the reds. You use red and you're never going to get stuff apart. You're going to start stripping and breaking the screws. So yeah, the main gear, I took that hub apart. Strangely, it was Loctited. When I went to get the main bearing out of there, they did Loctite it, but there was no grease on it at all. Okay, so even if it says it's assembled by the factory, you got to double check these things, guys, because you can't rely on what they do and what they don't do. Like I said, the head was loosely put together to show you how it's put together, but every single thing needed to be Loctited, whether it was where the pitch arms connect here. The thrust bearings had no grease in them. Always double check they're put together properly in there before you just grease them and put them back together. The tail, the complete tail is put together, but it is not tight, guys. Everything back there has to be Loctited. Everything, the entire thing, every single screw, the tail casing, everything. Don't neglect anything, guys. You don't want to go out and have something blow apart and have a crash because of one little screw you forgot to do. So you do it in sections. Don't get ahead of yourself. But anything metal, I can't stress that enough. And as far as the screws, I cleaned them with Simple Green. They didn't seem to have much oil on them, but you can still clean them just for the heck of it in case there is any oil, because oil and Loctite, they don't get along too good together. The Goblin builds, the Goblins really came loaded with a lot of oil so they don't rust in transit, you know. So anyways, I hooked mine up. I used the B-Stex on here. I used the SPM AR7700 serial DSMX receiver. It comes with a satellite also, so you have a receiver on here and a satellite, which is nice. I'll show you where I placed mine. Once again, that's all personal preference. But enough with the talk. I think we've talked enough. Let's show you guys this thing up close here. Now the wiring, I like the wire outside the frame. I'm not going for aesthetics, guys, when it comes to the wiring. I want it pretty neat, but I want it easy to repair. I don't want to be pulling motors out and taking the frame apart and trying to pull wires through here and there. This is the way I wired it. Most guys, I'm sure a lot of the pro pilots are going to wire inside the frame. I don't like to do that. I didn't do it on that one. That's 100% personal preference, guys. Okay, everybody likes to do things their own way. So let's get this, and we'll try not to shake. Alright, now the ESC I mounted up here. Has a cooling fan on there. The B-Stex has been mounted down there. Got the EC5 on here. Connects nicely. This is the AR 7700X. Okay, the motor, frame strengtheners here. This is the servos I was telling you how they mount into the bearing blocks. You can see this gear, how much taller it is. And when we do the comparison, you'll have a better idea. This is how I ran one wire. Okay, and once again, all personal preference, guys, as far as that. So let's look on this side. This side I have the satellite. Okay, I have a Scorpion backup guard in here. And basically, that's how it looks. The wires are pretty much disguised. I've got them running and they're all up so they can't get into the hit into the gears. They're all strapped up pretty tight and everything. The battery trays are the same. I decided to I noticed a lot of guys were stuffing the wires down inside here, and I didn't want them getting too close in there with the main gear. So basically what I did was I reversed the ESC on here, and I just put a couple of things hold them. You really don't need these. They just stay nice, but I don't like them all bent and squished and twisted up in there. I like this how they nice and smooth and open and easy to access and get at. And then this just drops down nicely for plugging in for the 12 cell setup. The wiring really doesn't look horrible. I mean, I know a lot of the guys, they want it inside the frame. This is the new head. Okay, it's got these I don't know if that, I don't think they call them washout arms anymore, but that's what I call them from the old days. And this is just all the, you know, the new style. Like I said, it adds to the beauty of it, the red anodized. This is a nice, got a nice heat sink on it. It's got the fan on there too. It's definitely a lot narrower. The whole thing is a lot narrower than the other one. The whole tail section back there, okay, is basically the same as far as I can tell, other than, like I said, the little subtle changes with like the balls, the links back there. Alright, this has all the newer main, the black gears back there for, like I said, the main and the auto rotation and everything. Tail fin, I think the older other model had like some stickers on it or something. I'll probably do something. I might actually change that and put on the 800 one with the white plastic like I got on my other model. Like I said, if I didn't mention, this will give you a first-hand look at this, at the skids, how it's lower in the front. It's angled up. And you can see in the back how high that is. Okay. The tail blades look a little bit, they're a little bit different of a design. Once again, we'll talk about that when we do the comparison. I also put in these, I like to put these in there, cheap to buy, $6. They're made by a line, they're just for the struts to brace them. And other than that, guys, that's about all I got to say for now. So I hope you liked this video, and we're going to do a comparison back there so you can see firsthand the changes instead of just thinking about what they might look like, you know. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked the video.